Hi and welcome to my very awkward intro. My name is Susan / Bambi and this is Bambi's Rambles. How are we, friends? Are we good? That's good. And if you're not okay, that's okay too. Emotionally, I'm pretty good today. Like I'm doing all right. But the hair, it's not okay today and it's bothering me. Like it's doing its own thing. It's like defiant. It's like a bratty toddler. Anyway, in today's video, we are going to be talking about some of the allegations made about Moses. So we all know who Moses is, right? Trisha Paytas' fiance, Ethan Klein's brother-in-law, Healer Klein's brother, and now it's come out that he's actually allegedly not a very nice person in more ways than one. So an ex-girlfriend of his did a Q&A on Instagram, and people like asked her questions and stuff, and she kind of like spilled the tea and stuff. But there was one very interesting part that came from that is a bit more, not a bit more, like a lot more than just spilling the tea. So we're going to go through them. We're going to read them together. We know that I'm not very good at reading, but I'm going to try for y'all. Okay, so did Trisha personally ever message you, and what did she say? They responded, I've never spoken, met, or seen anyone aside from Moses. Aside, not asides. And someone said, you should share your experience with YouTube drama channels, like about Moses, right? And they responded, y'all didn't believe me when I had video, audio, text proof last year. Y'all want to see us screwing to believe me or? Intense. This one's interesting. Do you think Moses is a wolf in sheep's clothing? And they said 1,000%. It's interesting to hear that, right? Because everyone's always like, oh my God, fire met water, and Trisha has finally found a really good man and a really supportive person and loving, and you know, now we're hearing that he's probably just as bad, if not worse, than Trisha. Is it a birds of a feather flock together type thing? I really have an issue with just straight up believing people like this. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel bad because you should believe people. I don't know. I get funny about that. I get like real funny, and I'm just like, okay, do I believe that Moses is this big monster that we'll get into further about what else she says? But do I say and believe that, or do I ask for more proof? Like what do you do in this sort of situation? Because there's people on the internet that say shit about me that's not true. There's stuff where there's like one channel that has one, like say the concrete proof, and then you have another channel that like debunks it all. So you don't know what to believe on the internet, do you? I don't know, it's my little side tangent, sorry. So it says here, when was the last time you spoke to Moses? Probably in April 2020, been thriving ever since. So it's almost like they're putting this thing out there that Moses was dragging them down, bringing them back, like not a good person, like a toxic person. And everyone thinks that of Trisha. What? Why am I yelling? So they've posted a photo here of abuse. I'm like 80% sure that this is a photo of Moses being hurt by Trisha. And they say they get a question. What are your thoughts on M and T's relationship now? So why are we saying M and T? Like, why can't we just say Moses and Trisha? Like, just write the words. Stressful. Relationship now. You think they're both actually ... And then they said they deserve each other. See, that's interesting, isn't it? What makes you want to speak out? Next one. If you don't heal what hurt you, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you. So they put like one of those things, like y'all know this. People know this, right? When you're like 17, some people still do it now, but when you're like 16, 15, you're on Facebook and you're on Snapchat or something, you're fighting with your best mate in school, or you're fighting with your boyfriend, you just put these cryptic posts on your story or on your things, be like hashtag feels or some shit like that. Like, that's how that seems. I'm not mocking the girl, I'm not, I promise, but I'm just saying, sorry. Am I being mean? I'm just having a laugh at like me when I was like 16. Anyway, actually there's some people that still do that now that I know, and I'm just like, pick up the phone and talk to your friend, like your friend, your boyfriend, whoever's upset you. Pick up the phone, because people are going to screenshot that, send it to them, be like, why are you fighting, what's happening, you know what I mean? Anyway, shut up, Susan. Next one. Do you have any old text messages between you and Moses? Oh my God, so this annoys me too. Why are we worrying about old text messages? Because Moses put out old text messages about this girl and basically saying that basically he was saying, I don't want to be with you, but you want to be with me, and that sort of thing. And I'm just like, I feel like it doesn't prove anything, it doesn't disprove anything. I feel like it's just stop with DMs. Like, DMs, no, okay, stop. And then they responded, hey, I remember you. I don't really have a Muslim, but he really hurt me, and those specific memories hurt. But if I can find them, you'll haven't found the ones from last year. But I can find some if you haven't found the ones from last year. Okay, so where are the ones from last year? I don't care anymore. I hate text messages. Okay, so it says here, is Moses using Trisha? And then someone said, lol, never forget Trisha. And you tell me, someone living in Inglewood now lives in a mansion, and all they had to do was betray everyone they loved. That's intense. Did the topic of Moses' alleged ex-wives come up? I asked him point blank if he was ever married or secretly had kids, and he always said no. I briefly found out that he was married yesterday when a T channel filled me in. No idea about anything with the ex-wives though. So Moses was married before. Okay. The next one. Has Moses talked shit about any of the crew members other than Dan? Not that I can remember. He would go in on Dan specifically. So he really does not like Dan. Like, there is something about Dan that Moses ain't a fan of. Were you talking to Moses when he reached out to Trisha? We were dating, and I found out he was cheating on me with her through fans sending me her OnlyFans content with him. So she's claiming that he cheated on her and she didn't even know. She found out through OnlyFans content. That's like walking in on your partner with somebody else. Like, that is horrific. If that's true, which I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but if that is, that's horrific. Are you an H3 fan? What are your thoughts on Healer and Ethan? I was. Moses would lie to me about things H3 was saying and told me they were talking shit about me. I believed him at the time and felt betrayed by them for a little bit, but I realize now they were an innocent party just as I was. Okay, so what do I think about that? I feel like it's almost like, okay, so you see all that like anger and all that stuff that Trisha has for Ethan and his family. If this is true, is it because Moses is doing this to Trisha, saying, Ethan said this about you, Healer said this about you, my mum said this about you? So is Trisha not that crazy, or is Trisha crazy? Trisha's crazy, but is she like not that crazy? Does that make sense? And they were a fan of them. Why can't they be a fan now if things have moved on? Anyway. How did you meet Moses? IG, I slid in his DMs and said, hey, Waterboy, what up? Okay. I also have found YouTube accounts wanting to cover your story. And you just. To be honest, I stopped watching YouTube after all this shit because everything mentions her. Everything mentions her since he attacks every community. If someone wants to get in contact, I don't know about that. No one has said anything to me. So apparently people are shopping around for this person's story. I think, this is a question, I think no one believed you because Frenemies was poppin', but since that died, we're team. Big facts, welcome to the internet. Okay. Did he ever emotionally or mentally abuse you in any way? How did he treat you? So this is their response. Mentally and emotionally. Never physically. He blamed me for a lot of the hate he was getting in the beginning and was verbally abusive and gaslit me. So we have this idea that Moses is this really nasty person in a relationship, really toxic. We've already seen proof that Trisha is, I'm not saying, maybe not now, maybe, but she has been toxic and abusive and unstable in relationships as well. So again, birds of a feather flock together. How do you feel about Trisha fans claiming H3 subreddits is doxing M? I don't know his other exes, and I don't know who's getting doxed, but that's seriously dangerous and we shouldn't be paying for their actions. We were hurt by these abusers and we don't need an angry mob after us. So she's really claiming here that he is an abuser. Like he is abusive. And we see that Trisha has been abusive in the past. So he's not that cool, calm, collected, kind person who evens Trisha out. He's just as toxic as Trisha. Following up to the last question, T is the one snooping and giving information to the public. She lives in her own world and creates her own reality of what is going on. So, ex-girlfriend is claiming Trisha is digging around looking for this private information to dox the exes. I don't want to accuse her. I don't want to say yes without any proof, but it does sound like something that Trisha would do. Do you think Moses took advantage of you because you were a fan of H3? Absolutely no doubt about it. He kept luring me in with all this insider shit he would tell me, but he was the one always bringing them up. I actually liked him as a person before I saw his nasty side. This is not looking good. Now, this is something I found interesting because I thought Moses was loaded. Like, I thought he was rich as rich can be. But, says here, someone says, is Moses rich? Trisha's stans keep saying he's wealthy. They responded, I don't know where this rumor came from, but absolutely not. He is not poor, but he is not wealthy. Okay, interesting. How did you and Moses end things? Blocked each other off everything. Very healthy. Is the water thing a lie? Nah, homeboy really believes he's water. Shit, if I was him, I wouldn't consider myself human either. Are you surprised about Moses proposing so soon? I was surprised at first, but if this is his third marriage, he probably isn't putting a lot of faith in it, to be honest. Shady, shady, shady. Have you ever met Hila and Ethan? Why would they talk shit about you? Never met them. Reached out via email to the podcast and asked if MT was actually a gag or if it was for real. They never replied. Moses told me they are terrified of me for emailing them, and as a bitch with anxiety, I believed him. He must have loved that he must have loved that because he would tell me more shit that they were allegedly saying about me. Okay, girl. Okay, I'm not mocking you. I'm not saying that you are anything. I God bless you. I wish you the best, right? And some of the things that you have said he has done to you, if he has done those things to you, I am completely and utterly sorry. You do not deserve that. No one deserves that. But let me tell you something, sweetheart. Why would the H3 podcast, Hila and Ethan, be waffling shit about you, someone they've never met before? And why would they be terrified to respond to your email? I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm being petty. Maybe I got my petty pants on. I got my velvet pants on. But I just feel like that's just silly. That's just silly. And you believed him, and that's silly. Is Spilling Tea account Trisha? I'm sure she's got millions of other accounts, but no, that is not her account. I FaceTime that person who runs it, and I've spoken to them since last year when I first found out. Do you think T and M will go through with the wedding? That chick married a cardboard cutout. I think she'll marry any D with a heartbeat at this point. Women shaming, person shaming, non-binary shaming, human shaming. That's some snarky shit, girlfriend. I don't like that. And let's not even get into the racist shit he would say to me as a Latina. You better not be dragging Latinas. Has Moses ever done OnlyFans with Trisha? I thought he was strictly against it. He does do stuff with her. He just doesn't show his face. I knew they were together because I saw him using on Trisha. What is some of the racist shit he would say? A lot of random shit, but one that immediately comes to mind is if I said I was getting lunch, he'd say I was having burritos or tacos. Do you think M is marrying Trish for her money? Y'all ask the same question like you don't know the answer already. You're smart, what do you think? Is Moses a fat shamer? Yes. He called me a fat ass catfish when he was mad at me, even though we would FaceTime all the time and fall asleep on the phone. I've sent videos of me to him and shit. He knew what I looked like and knew I had eating disorders for years and still tell me I was a fat ass. Clearly he didn't have an issue when he was railing me and finishing in 2 minutes. That's heavy. See, this is the thing, right? Trisha can do a lot of bad things, right? Trisha does a lot of questionable stuff on the internet. She's done some racist shit. She's done some, just, we know how much she's done, right? Now, if I was to believe this person, right, and seeing and hearing that to me would say that Moses would be continuing this behavior, birds of a feather, on Trisha. And I already know, we all know how much Trisha struggles and is emotional and all these sorts of things that about her appearance and her weight and all this sort of stuff. So just hearing that, just like, is Moses like a monster? Like, is this guy a monster? We're hearing emotional and mental abuse. We're hearing cheating. We're hearing fat shaming. We're hearing lying. And we're not even at the worst of it yet. So is this guy like a monster or what? I want to know everyone else's opinion. Go down below, tell me everything. I'm not even going to edit this video. I just want to like just talk to you guys. But I just feel like, whoa. Do you think it's really M running his social media? I'm blocked off his social media accounts. Well, IG at least. And I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me. She hit him and stole his phone, so I wouldn't be shocked. Birds of a feather flock together. Do you think his family really approves of T? No one who loves their family member would approve of such negative energy. Maybe because they belong together, I don't know. What do you think about what Trisha said about you on Frenemies fat shaming? I don't know what they said about me. It doesn't concern me. Doesn't concern you. You've done a whole Q&A, my love. When you dated Moses, did he pay most of the time? He looks like he has, but he looks broke. Sorry, this edible hit and I'm dying at some of these. Okay. Do you hate Trisha? No, I only love, not hate. Yeah, fuck that bitch. Nah, joke. I don't give a fuck about them. Girl, you're on here doing this part. Would you talk on a podcast or a magazine about this? It took me a really long time to go public with all of this. As I'm showing who I am, responding people, I'm totally down. Wait, what? You said you weren't before. Now you are. Okay. Now she's talking about like their sex life stuff that I don't want to talk about. Okay, so there was another allegation that has come out that, so there's a whole bunch of shit about ex-girlfriends, cheating, all this sort of stuff that's coming out about Moses right now. And I can do a part 2. I can go further into it. We can do more. This is just me chit-chatting with you guys. But just reading that there. But there was another bit that is actually not on that story section that I had. But I'll put it in here. Of her claiming that Moses stealthed her. Now, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but the meaning is it's illegal in California. I don't know if it's illegal anywhere else, but I know it's illegal in California. He would he slept with her and removed the condom without permission and kept going. That's considered rape. That's considered like fucking terrible. Like, I would be fucking furious and upset if someone had done that to me. Like, I would be. But so the ex-girlfriend has come out and said that as well. And Trisha and Moses's response to it was putting a whole bunch, as I said in the start of this video, put a whole bunch of leaked like texts. You know, like what are you proving there? Like, you're not proving anything. I don't know, it just makes me really uncomfortable, and I just feel like we should always believe the victim, but at the same time, where's the proof? But I don't want to say that. Like, it's such a hard thing, but that's a really heavy, like, all of these other things are heavy, and then we have this, like, that is heavy, and I cannot say whether it's true or not, because I've just seen, you know, talkings on the interwebs, that this isn't actually the first female to actually accuse him of that. If you guys want me to dig more into this whole Moses and Trisha thing and like go right in on all of it, I can't. I just like, it's a Saturday afternoon here. I just really wanted to talk about the bits and pieces that I did see and could put together and like read with you guys and just see what you guys think of it. Like, is Moses a fucking monster? Like, is this guy just as bad as Trisha? Is Trisha in a situation she shouldn't be in? Is he in a situation he shouldn't be in? What does Ethan and Healer think about this? Because Trisha has a lot of things to say about dating older men, dating younger women. And, you know, saying that Gabby Hanna and other people are rape apologists. Well, technically, if this is true, Trisha, you're a rape apologist because you're marrying a man that is accused of this, like, accused of SA. Like, it's so insane to me. And I don't know what I think and feel about it. You know, the internet is a scary, scary place because people just say anything and people buy it. But I don't want to discredit the fact that this girl might be telling the truth, and that's messed up. This guy's on a platform now. He's on Trish Talks with Trisha, her channel. He's got his own channel. He's making money. He's making bank. He's getting married. He's like living his best life whilst he has this in his past. Like, that's terrifying. That's fucked up. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe, send a pigeon, keep the same energy. My Gabby Hanna and Alex James video is coming. I am not on a set schedule of filming because I am a mum of 3 and we are just got out of lockdown, but as of next week my children are on school holidays. So yeah. But I will be filming some cooking videos as well. So remember to subscribe to my Autie Chef channel. And we will be putting up a video about pupusas next. So that'll be exciting. And let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. Because, like, do you think Moses is a monster? Do you believe the ex-girlfriend? Do you want more information on all this stuff? What do you think about Trisha? What do you think about this whole thing? What do you think about Trisha? Just everything. Just tell me everything. Just come in the comment section and just talk to me about anything. Anyway, guys, mwah, love you so much. Bye.